Good evening. Trying this again. I've been having issues with this microphone because it hasn't played several times, and
Frankly, my
I
dear, I
realize
don't
I have
give
to
a
turn the
damn.
microphone on. I'm still new at this. It's always fun. I got a question. Does a police officer have to read me my Miranda rights? My father got arrested, blah, 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 for DUI, and they didn't read him his rights. Well, first of all, how do you know? Your father was probably drunk. But no, he doesn't need it. It only pertains to questioning about the crime. Miranda is an opportunity for you to seek legal counsel. If you're in handcuffs, chances are the officer already has enough to arrest you. Him asking you about your name or where you live or what's your phone number, that's just, he's just filling out the book and paperwork. It's not important in the case, nor will you have a leg to stand on. If a lawyer tells you you do, he's full of crap. Get another lawyer. But most of the time, if he's not going to ask you any questions other than your information, no. So remember that. That's my tip of the day. Don't get in trouble. It's the second tip. The Hitler Youth. That's what I used to be called when I wore the old brown shirts. They were only allowed to drink decaffeinated coffee. That's funny. While the German troops that were invading Poland were given milk. I'm sorry, I'm probably not allowed to say that. The correct term would be a chemical, bonding several chemical agents together in order to induce stamina. In 10 seasons of Friends, it is the six main characters drank 1,154 cups of coffee. And the poor Nazi youths, they couldn't get anything but decaf. There's enough room in the human brain or human memory to contain approximately 300 years of television. All I can think of now is the I Love Lucy reruns. That's just going in my head. Oh, that and I can't do it. But the whistling theme to the Andy Griffith Show. The palm trees you see in Los Angeles are not natural. They were put there in 1930 or 1932 as part of a job creation scheme. It was a Great Depression. Let's bring in some palm trees, liven up the place. They'll attract, they'll give us some shade and attract rats. 2017, the San Francisco Library collected a book called 40 Minutes Late. It had been overdue for 100 years. A guy named Webb Johnson said they found it and then held on to it for another 21 years. Apparently, his grandmother checked it out from the Fillmore branch of the library in San Francisco back in 1917 and just kind of slipped her mind. And then it slipped his mind too, because once he found it, it wasn't until 21 years later that he returned it. He did admit that the fact that they were going to forgive the fines uh, made it more appealing to him. And that's a real thing. From the police, yeah, kleptomania. Here's another way to make rich people happy. When you steal, we will call it kleptomania, not larceny, not theft, not burglary, not robbery, because you're rich. This 19th century in London, upper class, it's an illness. They have money. They just stole it. It's a kleptomania thing. Psh, whatever. Let's see. Snowflake, Arizona. In Arizona, yeah, founded in 1878 by a couple of guys. Mr. Snow and Mr. Flake. Page 2. R3. A smartphone today has more computing capability than all the computers at NASA during 1969. Just a smartphone. You can launch a rocket to the moon. Whether you can get it back is a different story. Mail theft in the United States. Up until 1872, capital offense. That's right, never mind stealing the horse. If you steal grandma's postcard, you're going to get hung. But what about the postman who doesn't deliver the mail? Never mind. That wasn't capable. An Apple phone, an Apple iPhone, as of 2015, 2016, is made up of half of the elements of the periodic table. Half. Hopefully not plutonium. Let's see. Funnier note, Winston Churchill, when he visited the United States during Prohibition, brought a note from his chemist so he could have as much alcohol as possible for medical reasons. Glad. Sorry. It's my best Winnie. Winston Churchill also said once that if you find yourself in hell, keep walking. And then from the good book, Teddy Roosevelt had a pet badger called Josiah. Not sure he named it after. Richard Nixon, chair in the cabinet room, was 2.5 inches higher than everybody else's. This is from a man who walked on the beach with Oxfords. I'll do a story on him. There's quite a few things about him. Good Icelandic children get presents at Christmas time. Sounds kind of normal. You want to know what the bad ones get? Rotten potatoes. NASA has its own radio station. Want to know what it's called? Sorry. Third Rock Radio. That's right. 1972, Peru. A communist? No. Peru banned Santa Claus from appearing on radio and TV. What, at the same time? I'm not going to read that. Houses on streets with rude names are cheaper. I'll be down at Bustin' Nut Lane. Save my tax dollars. Frost-proof Florida is so named to persuade farmers it wouldn't get a frost. 2 years later, frost killed the entire crop of citrus. Why Not North Carolina was named after a long debate, concluded with someone saying, "Why not just name it Why Not? Let's go home." I could see that. J.C. Penney's middle name? Cash. That's it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, it's all in the past. Get a book bag or something. I don't know. We'll talk about tomorrow. Oh, no, we won't. We'll talk about yesterday tomorrow. Right? Wrong. See ya.